Recording in OBS is a feature that gets overlooked. Now, I don't record all my videos in open broadcast software, but there are some things that I find it much easier to do in OBS. Screen recordings for tutorials and any sort of green screen work are actually a lot easier in OBS. But I do know people out there that record everything in OBS and then go ahead and edit it up later in another editing software. And the reason I think they do this is because you actually have a monitor that you can watch to see what you're actually getting while you're recording. Some of us don't have those on our cameras. Let's dive into the settings you want to use to record in OBS. Go ahead and go to Settings and then Output. Here you're going to browse to the location you want your files to be saved. You can set the recording quality that you want, choose the file type you want OBS to create, and the encoder that you want OBS to use to create that file. These settings are going to be very equipment dependent. You're going to want to play around with these settings to get the best results for your equipment. Some less powerful equipment is just going to have these settings turned down, but it doesn't necessarily always mean that the result's not going to be amazing anyways. Just play around with it. You're going to find something that works for you. On the video tab, you want to make sure that your canvas size matches your output size. This is also another thing that makes sure the computer's not working extra hard to resize any of your video. Personally, I would set this to the highest resolution you possibly can. Usually this size is going to be based on what your webcam is capable of. Because you're setting your canvas and your output the same, your downscale filter doesn't really mean anything here. And you can also select the frame rate at which you want to record. This is actually pretty good to make sure that you set it to the same thing that your webcam produces. You're probably going to change the frames per second to whatever you want it to be when you're sequencing it in your editing software later. That's all the settings you need to know in order to record video, so let's jump in and set up a basic scene. First, I'm going to add the camera I'm going to use for my shoot. I click the little plus button and I add video capture devices. Under device, I select Cam Link, which is my camera card. Under preset, I set high. This makes sure that the resolution it's going to give me off the camera is the highest possible. Then I just click OK. The next thing I want to do is add a microphone to the scene. For this, I select the plus and then I go to audio input capture. I change the device name, and then on the next screen I go ahead and select Cam Link again. I do tend to run my microphone through the camera most times. Now you should be able to see that you have yourself in the scene. You can also see the little audio devices down at the bottom here in the audio window, and you can adjust the volume and the peaking according to what you're looking for. Now you have everything all set up to film your scene. All you have to do is click Start Recording. When you're finished recording, you just click Stop Recording. This saves the file in whatever format you set to that directory on your computer. You can go in there, put that in your editing software, and edit it all up to look however you want. The next thing I'll show you how to do is how to record a screen if you're going to do a tutorial. Maybe you want to show Photoshop or a web page or some other thing. This can even be used to create B-roll in your videos. If you're talking about different web pages that offer some sort of service, you can actually go to each of those web pages, film little clips, and use that as B-roll in your video. Let's start out with the different ways that you can add an application into your open broadcast software. You go to Sources, you click your plus sign, then you're going to want to select Window Capture. In this case, I'm going to do Photoshop. You go ahead and you select your Photoshop window, then you click OK. All you have to do now is resize your Photoshop window by dragging these little red dots at the corners. Now all you have to do is click Start Recording, flip over to Photoshop, do whatever you want to do, and it's all going to be recorded on video right through OBS. Let's say you wanted to add a browser source for some reason. Well, it works the same way. You click the plus button, you go ahead and select Windows Source, give your source a name, use this drop down to select the window you want to record, and there you go, you're all set. As you can see, OBS can make it really easy to record your screen for tutorials or for just some extra B-roll. The one aspect I do use OBS to record in a lot is green screen, because it seems a lot easier to figure out how to get the green screen lighting proper in OBS. I don't know if it's just more compliant or what it is, but here's how you do it. So you can see I have a relatively well lit green screen in the back. Obviously you're going to need a green screen to do this. I select my video source and I go to Filters. Here I'm going to add the effect filter chroma key. You don't really have to name this anything in particular if you don't want to. You can just click OK. You can see already that it's basically removed the background. It's beautiful. If I tried to do this in Premiere Pro or something like that, trust me, I'd have all kinds of problems removing the background from this scene. Now, the one thing you kind of notice is I might have a little bit of a greenish tint. You can play with the settings in here to try to get rid of some of the green reflection that you get. Once you have the right settings, go ahead and click close. Then all you have to do in order to use this as a green screen is add a background. Any background you want. To do this, you go ahead and click that little plus in the scenes. Select image. You can name this image whatever you want. Go ahead and browse to the location of the image you want to be your background. Select that image. Click open. You can see the image actually shows up in front of me. I'm going to resize it so it fits in the whole window. Then all you have to do is select that image, use the up and down arrows to move it below your camera. And boom! Look, I'm in nature. So you can do this background in video if you'd like. All you have to do is click the plus, click media source, select whatever name you want, then browse to the source of your media. Select the video you want to use and click open. Go ahead and loop it if it's a short clip. Click OK, and there you go. The same process here, you just move it below your camera. And there you go. Now I have a moving video in the back. And you can see how easy this was to set up and how pretty good it actually looks. If I had to do this same process in Premiere, it would take me hours just filtering out the green screen to get the video right or the image right in the background. For whatever reason, OBS makes this much easier, and this is the only way I green screen. Obviously, once you have your green screen set up, all you have to do is click that start recording button. Click the stop recording button when you're ready to stop recording. You load these clips into your editing software and edit them up any way you see fit. If you're interested in knowing how to add widgets into your live broadcast for OBS so that you can do things like create donation alerts and alert cups, you can check out this video right here. Or if you just want to see the video YouTube thinks you'll like, go ahead and check this one out right here. If you like YouTube growth content, consider elevating your strategy and subscribe to the channel. Click that bell so you know when I have new content that comes out. Go out there, film something awesome today. Make it count. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.